Lauren. Thanks for joining me today.
Hi, I'm so happy to talk to you.
Great. So what we want to do is just give folks a quick overview of this new mini course that you're launching, Middle School Expository Writing.
hmm
For 6th through 8th graders is the target, right?
Correct.
Great.
Yes.
Anybody else on either end should email you for further information.
Oh, absolutely. We have a whole slate of classes they can take.
Great. So why is this course important? Why are we adding this one to the lineup?
So I think a couple of reasons. First, I think the skill of expository writing is becoming increasingly important, and that's certainly something we talk about in the intro to research writing and in the advanced research writing class. But the reality is we can't wait to start that until 9th or 10th grade. So getting students accustomed to what it means to evaluate the sources they find and to be able to really craft an argument while synthesizing those sources, that's the process that we start here. And that's why this class is so important.
So I'm sure parents are going to want to know what prior writing experience should kids have? Like what should they already be able to do in order to figure out if they're ready even for this level of a writing class?
Sure, I think that's a great question. I would say that the prior experience can be pretty minimal. I would say if students are accustomed to writing short paragraphs, so we're talking 3 to 5 sentence paragraphs, things that they would produce if they're accustomed to working with the readers and writers in residence, for example. I think that skill set is all that they need to be successful in this class.
Great. So what are they going to learn? I mean, how would you summarize the outcomes that kids can expect?
Yeah, so one of the things I think will be fun about this class is they can learn whatever they want to learn. So I'm not going to dictate the topics of the students' expository writing in this class. So I'm hoping that students bring their curiosity and their creativity, and they really identify the topics that are of interest to them. I think that's what makes expository writing and ultimately research writing the most fun, is if you care about it, if you're interested in it, if you're curious about it. So they will learn how to channel that curiosity, how to channel that passion into an argument, to really take sources, to read critically, to thread those things together and create this tapestry of a convincing and compelling statement about this thing they already care about.
So I saw in the description you said one of the assignments is kids will produce a 5-paragraph essay. Is that
Yeah.
true? I mean, what you just
Yeah.
described sounded a little bit more complex. Can you just elaborate on, I think parents are familiar with the concept of a 5-paragraph essay. How is this standard or different from most
Yes.
5-paragraph essays?
So I think it is standard in the sense that the first paragraph will be introducing the argument. So we'll talk a little bit about what a thesis statement is, how you recall or return the reader's attention to that thesis statement while you're unfolding your evidence, how you do some synthesis to make your 3 pieces of evidence or your 3 body paragraphs go together, and then how you conclude those things and then provide the reader or your audience with a call to action to say, now I've presented you with this argument, I've shared with you this thing I care about. Here's what you can do or think or believe as a result of what I've presented to you. And so that's the structure of this 5-paragraph essay. It will probably be about a page, so we're not talking about a huge project, but we really want to focus on quality, on making sure each of these paragraphs really does its own job in the course of this essay. And then the other thing that students produce is a short presentation. So as we know, digital literacy and notions of presenting in a lot of different modalities are becoming increasingly important. And again, we're starting that at the middle school level now. So students will present a very short PowerPoint presentation that is built out of that essay structure. And this is the place where they can get really creative. They can use images or short videos or data visualization if that's what is interesting to them, to really enhance the appeal of this argument.
You know what, Lauren, I think to assure parents who are listening that you have experience with middle school students. I mean, you're a college professor now, and you're
Yeah.
using a lot of academic terms that I think are very appropriate for middle school students to be introduced to. But can you just share something of your background and your
Sure.
teaching experience with this grade level?
Absolutely. So I started my career in education in middle schools. And so I spent about 9 years working in middle schools, 4 as a classroom teacher, in which I taught 7th grade ELA. So a lot of the projects and content that are coming out of this work originated in my own classroom. So I taught exclusively in a classroom for 4 years, and then coached other middle school and high school ELA teachers for a subsequent 5 years. And so in the process of that, learned from a lot of great literacy teachers, and was able to coach a lot of great literacy teachers. So I've spent time with hundreds and hundreds of middle schoolers doing very similar work.
Great. And I know even through your community outreach and your
Yeah.
church that you are still involved with this age group.
It
And
is my favorite age group. Don't tell my doctoral students that, but they are my favorite. Yeah.
perfect. Thank you so much, Lauren, for this time today. I think that this is a great introduction to this course that you already have great enrollment in for next semester.
Oh,
And
that's exciting.
we're gonna add it to the lineup, right? We're going to be launching it here in January 2021, but we'll be running it several times throughout the course of the year.
Yeah. Thank you, Deb. I'm really looking forward to this.
Great. Thanks, everybody.